Nemesis Inferno is the Bolliger Mabillard inverted coaster at Thorpe Park. This ride is the sequel to the universally acclaimed Nemesis at Alton Towers. In the film industry, not all sequels are better than the original. That's the case with this coaster. But that doesn't mean it's a bad ride. Find out why in this review of Nemesis Inferno. In 1994, Alton Towers wowed the amusement industry with Nemesis. This was one of the first B&M inverted coasters. This model was popular anyway for its unique riding position and snappy inversions, but Nemesis was extra special for its visuals. Designer John Wardley had to get creative. Alton Towers cannot build above the tree line, so they placed the coaster in a subterranean pit. Then the ride is themed to a ferocious monster. This is placed in the center of the layout, and the track extensively interacts with it. Upon opening, it was widely considered to be the best coaster in the United Kingdom. Further, it was viewed as one of the world's best roller coasters. It developed an almost mythical status. The Tussauds group owned Alton Towers. They also owned two other parks in the London area, Chessington World of Adventures and Legoland Windsor. In 1998, they acquired a third park in the London area, Thorpe Park. This park originally opened in 1979 as a smaller amusement park, but Tussauds had ambitious plans for this property. Whereas Chessington and Legoland catered to kids and families, they wanted Thorpe to cater to thrill seekers, teens, and adults. So they kicked off a massive expansion plan in the 2000s. The park added 5 major roller coasters in just a 10-year period. First was Colossus in 2002. This was an Intamin multi-looper, and upon opening, it claimed the record for the most inversions in any roller coaster with 10. In 2003, Thorpe Park added another coaster, taking heavy inspiration from the chain's very own Nemesis. They opened a B&M inverted coaster named Nemesis Inferno. This attraction was also designed by the legendary John Wardley. Rather than being centered around a monster, this coaster is themed around a fiery volcano. I love this theme on Invert. If only something like it still existed in the United States. From day one, Nemesis Inferno was understandably compared to Nemesis. It was inevitable given the ride model, but the park was basically asking for it given the name as well. It is no secret that Nemesis Inferno is not as beloved as the original Nemesis. I've heard many people jokingly call it Nemesis Inferior. I think there are 3 key reasons for this. 1. Nemesis Inferno features a more traditional layout. This coaster is on a relatively flat piece of real estate, so B&M could follow a familiar flow, placing inversions in order of descending height. With Nemesis, this could not be done. The coaster plunged deeper into the pit as it progressed, meaning the tallest element, the vertical loop, actually comes midway through the experience. 2. Nemesis Inferno is not as forceful. Throughout the 1990s, B&M coasters were revered for their power and snappiness. These are referred to as old-school B&Ms by coaster enthusiasts. Nemesis is one such coaster. It has a bite that the newer inverts cannot match. From the 2000s onward, many of the company's newer layouts dialed back the intensity to make them more digestible. This ride still has some force though, just not Nemesis level Gs. 3. Nemesis Inferno's theme is not as integrated throughout the whole layout. With Nemesis, the monster is at the center of the ride. Then, there are some additional thematic elements placed throughout the area. Meanwhile, Nemesis Inferno is a large and admittedly impressive looking volcano, and it looks extra sweet with all the fog effects, but this is at the far end of the layout. It holds the station and pre-lift section. That is it. It is not utilized for the main layout at all. The rest of the layout is nicely integrated with the queues and pathways at least, and I like the landscaping around the coaster. There are some light water elements at a few low points, and plenty of trees. It has a bit of a jungle vibe in my opinion. The greens pop beautifully against the maroon track. While this coaster cannot hold a candle to the original Nemesis, Nemesis Inferno is still a popular ride at Thorpe Park. It typically has one of the longer queues, routinely reaching 45 to 60 minutes on an average day. If you want to avoid the longest waits, there are a few tips. 1. Head here during the first hour. Since this is located towards the back of the park, not many guests will make this their very first stop. That was especially true in 2024 once Hyperia opened, and I suspect that'll be the case going forwards. Head here immediately after rope drop, and you should have a minimal wait. Make this your second stop, and you should still have a significantly reduced wait. 2. Hop in line at the end of the day. The park keeps most queues open until park closing time. Not only will there likely be less people in the queue, but there will be no more fast track users admitted. This means the queue will move faster. 3. Utilize the park's paid fast track skip the line service. Fast track can be pricey, but it comes in a few different flavors. There are single shots, there are multi-ride packages allowing you to skip the line for a handful of coasters once each. Then, there's the all-day unlimited option. And then there's the hotel-exclusive unlimited Nemesis Inferno fast track. The on-site shark cabins have rooms themed to different coasters. Your room comes with an unlimited fast track for the coaster your room is themed to. You select the room and coaster at the time of booking. Then on top of that, the hotel offers an unlimited fast track during the first or last hour of the day. I love the perks of this hotel. I would recommend selecting another coaster for the all-day unlimited option though. This is because Nemesis Inferno's merge point is further back than the other coasters. I've had to wait closer to 20 to 30 minutes to board most times. That certainly beats the standby wait at least, but you can't maximize the perk as easily as with other coasters. Nemesis Inferno has a solid theoretical capacity. There are 2 trains. Each seats up to 28 riders, as there are 7 rows of 4, and the trains are usually close to fully loaded. Once you reach the station, there are 2 lanes, one for the very front row, and another for all other rows. The latter is a grouper at the end of it who typically assigns front to back to ensure there are no empty seats. If you want the very back row, you can ask. Sometimes they'll honor it, but it's not guaranteed. I think the back row is a bit more forced than the others, so that is my preferred place to ride. The front row is also fun for that unobstructed view, but know it often takes an extra 15-ish minutes due to how far back the queue starts for it. At least the wait inside there is not too bad because the station is very atmospheric. It is dark with reddish hues, and you also have nice audio. Riders are secured by familiar over-the-shoulder restraints. They are firm, but there's absolutely no headbanging here. Nemesis Inferno is glass smooth. That is one of the ride's best attributes. Once dispatched, you have a drop to the right. It is not particularly tall, but you still get a little pull in the back. Then, you head inside the volcano. Inside, you have a tame S-bend. This would be dull, but it is super enjoyable because of the visuals. It is filled with fog and bright lights. It is so theatric. It's a cool pre-lift section. When you emerge, you climb the ride's 95-foot or 29-meter tall lift hill. This makes it one of the shortest B&M inverts. At the top, you get a brief but great view overlooking the park. Then, you have a small pre-drop and a leftward drop. This is not super steep, but it builds up all the speed you need and has decent whip in the back. Then, the pullout, which is above the water I might add, offers good positive Gs. Those positives continue in the following vertical loop. You are pinned against your seat. And I even start to gray out on a few rides. It is probably my favorite inversion on the ride for this reason, and it's the one inversion in a vacuum that I'd say is better than its counterpart on Nemesis. This power is contrasted by the next element, a 0G roll. It is not nearly as snappy as the one in the original Nemesis, but it's still enjoyable. It is fairly floaty in front, while offering a solid rotation. In back, it's a bit whippier as you're yanked on through it. This is followed by a low turn offering OK Gs. Most inverts will then have a helix or additional inversions before jumping to the corkscrews, but not Inferno. It gets straight to the point. You careen through a corkscrew. This has decent whip throughout the train. This is followed by an elevated turn offering some respectable positive Gs, and it also changes your direction for the finale. Then comes the second corkscrew. This one is fiercer than the first, offering even better whip. Inferno then finishes with back-to-back upward spirals. The first is wider, offering okay Gs. The second is significantly tighter, particularly at the top, so it offers even better positive Gs. Then you hit the brakes and return to the station, ending the 2,460 foot or 750 meter long experience. That makes it one of the shortest inverts, especially when you consider that this one has the extended pre-lift section factored in. Now I do want to applaud this coaster's pacing though. There are not any dead spots as you move in between the elements. The 4 inversions occur in rapid-fire succession, and the turns offer nice forces. So what would I rate Nemesis Inferno? I would give this coaster a 7 out of 10. This is a good inverted coaster. It is smooth, fast-paced, and solidly forceful. I always enjoy my rides on it. It just is below average for a B&M invert, but this model has a very high standard. Inferno doesn't have the scale or length of the other ones, and while it has some genuine power, it does not match the older inverts in this category. Honestly, its biggest sin is that it was named after Nemesis, arguably the most popular invert, which is also just a short drive away. But to be clear, that does not mean Inferno is a bad ride, not by a long shot. Those are my thoughts on Nemesis Inferno at Thorpe Park. What are your thoughts on this coaster? Do you enjoy it? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this review, I would appreciate it if you gave this video a like, and you consider subscribing, because there'll be a lot more roller coaster and amusement park videos here at Canopy Coaster. Thanks for watching.